So your character Trina can be a bit of a diva.
Yes.
What's been the biggest diva demand or diva-ish moment that you've had in your life?
Trina's just kind of always a diva. There's not many moments where she's not really a diva. But, you know, she once got wisdom teeth pulled out, and she made Tori, like, pretty much her little nurse slave. Not really. But, I mean, uses Tori to kind of, like, do whatever she can for Trina. She's a kind of selfish person. Different than myself, I promise.
What about in your own life, though? Have you ever made, like, a diva-ish demand?
No, I'm, like, super independent in my own life. It's very rare that I even tell, you know, if I'm going, you know, if I hurt myself or I'm not feeling good, I'll take care of it.
Super laid back.
And in the show as well, you don't get on with your sister that well. What advice would you give to any of our readers who've got older or younger siblings?
I have a younger sibling, and I'm the oldest of all my cousins in my family, and I feel like for me, you know, that's just normal. To kind of have that little banter, that bickering once in a while is normal, but, you know, there's always that underlining kind of love for each other that is bigger than anyone would ever know, and you do anything for that person. So, you know, you always just have to remember, like, you really have their back, you know, and it's, you know, it's them that will always be around, and it's kind of like a built-in best friend, so.
Sure.
Yeah.
And for either of you, who would you crown king or queen of the karaoke?
Yeah.
Queen and king. I would definitely say Mr. Matt Bennett goes
king.
hard. He's definitely king of the karaoke.
Ari is queen.
Oh, Ari's definitely queen.
Yeah.
She goes hard on
Yeah.
karaoke. She's great.
And also for you, Daniella, your character loves being centre of attention. What's the biggest attention-seeking thing that you've ever done?
Attention-seeking thing? I don't know. I actually don't love too much attention. Like, even when it comes down to birthday parties, I'm kind of like, eh. But I did, on that note, have a huge 22nd birthday party where I decided that it wasn't necessarily for my birthday. I just wanted to have a big party because I lived at a really cool apartment, and I knew I wasn't going to live there forever, and I thought, you know, this is a perfect opportunity to do so. So I just made it an excuse to have a big birthday party, but I'm not one for much attention.
And for either of you, what do you think it is about Victorious that people love? Because it's very popular with our readers.
I think it's the mix between the comedy, the high energy, and the music that's involved within the show. I mean, on Nickelodeon, there's very few shows that really feature music like, you know, Victorious and Big Time Rush do. So it's just really cool that, you know, kids are getting a chance to sing along and really vibe out to a show.
Totally.
That makes them laugh and happy.
I hear you've got some incredible guest stars coming up in this next series. Who have been your favourite, if you're allowed to say?
Who's my favorite?
In this next episode, I think the UK's about to see is Ice Cream for Kesha this week.
Oh, Kesha.
And Kesha was awesome.
Oh, Kesha was really great.
It was
She's
really cool to have her on
super
set. She's
laid
super
back,
laid back. We had like the same birthday. We were on the same age, and I don't know. She's just a cool girl. Very
Really
down
nice
to earth.
person, yeah.
Did you see her clean her teeth with Jack Daniels?
No.
No.
That was a really lame joke.
No, we were both like, what?
That
One
took
more
a
time?
second. No, she didn't do that.
Leon, your character and you are both very musical. What bands or artists are you listening to right now?
What bands or artists am I listening to right now? I'm getting into a lot of indie artists, but of course, you know, I'm into LMFAO. I think they're really awesome and they have high energy music. But on the other side, I've actually been listening to Little Dragon, which is a great band. They had a great album, and Jay Davy. So those are my two I'm really into right now.
And what do you look for in a girl?
What I look for in a girl is somebody who I can, you know, really hang out with. It has to be somebody who I could just chill and joke with and have, you know, we can go to a restaurant and just sit there for hours and talk about nothing. I feel like when it's forced and when you have to always do something big in order for it to be fun with that person, it's not organic. And, you know, I just need somebody who I can chill with.
And what's the craziest thing that a Victorious fan has ever done to either of you?
Man.
You know what I've noticed a lot recently is kids are crying. And I feel like that is just, I don't know, in itself crazy. It just feels so,
Don't
like,
cry.
I don't know what to do. I want to help them so much. And they're just emotional because it's overwhelming. And
poor
that's just,
thing.
yeah, I know. And it's so cute. But I'm sure they give us gifts, which is crazy. I mean, thank you. Thank you so much. But I just feel like I want to give them everything, you know? And there's so many of them, so it's tough.
Right. No, I mean, I had one girl who was a really big fan of the episode I did on iCarly and came up to me and started running around me in circles singing the song that I did on iCarly, and I was just standing in the middle like, thank you, thank you, and she was just kept running
It
and
was like
singing.
her plan. She'd like
I was
thought of
like,
it.
I was like, all right, this is
I'm
new.
gonna get his attention. I'm just gonna run around.
I
Run
mean,
around.
it was cute, but it was just like it was just different. It's
That's
a new
funny.
thing for me.
And what would
Okay.
you say is your biggest achievement so far?
My biggest
Oh,
achievement.
wow.
I mean, for me, when kids come up to me and they say, I picked up a guitar or I
Aw.
picked up a piano because I saw you on Victorious or I saw you perform and it just really inspired me. That's a huge achievement to be able to inspire others, and I'm hoping
Yeah.
that the work I do can keep on moving in that direction.
That's huge. It really does. It feels amazing to be able to reach these kids. Granted, my character's a little big and broad, and I wouldn't want a lot of kids to be like Trina. But, I hope that they watch the show and just kind of get inspired by, how kind of risk-taking and fun and how much we enjoy ourselves. And
Yeah.
it's nice to see a show where everyone's kind of doing their own thing and they're passionate about, their traits and
Believing in their dreams,
yeah,
yeah.
exactly. So I think that that's